Hello, and welcome to a brief overview of our Kleros MVP. Currently, we have a working MVP on the Kovan testnet, where you can take part and test it for yourself. In this example, we use Alice and Bob as the characters taking part in the dispute. Alice contracted Bob to create a website, but it didn't turn out the way she hoped, and a dispute has arisen. We'll walk through that process now. First of all, make sure you have MetaMask installed and running on the Kovan testnet. Please don't try and send any real ETH to our configuration. Once you've logged into Kleros.tech, you'll be presented with the smart contract agreement stipulating the work to be carried out. In this case, Bob is creating the website for Alice. You can fill in your own agreement details as you see fit. In this example, the contract is created in the Kleros platform. However, in real-world use cases, it is likely that Alice and Bob will create the contract while they are on an e-commerce or freelancing platform. They would only see the front end of the marketplace. They wouldn't even necessarily know about the existence of Kleros. The payment of 0.1 ETH stays in the smart contract as an escrow. The contract is then created, and you sign the transactions by submitting the gas payment in MetaMask. In this screen, we have two buttons, Pay and Create Dispute. If Alice was happy with Bob's work, she would simply click on Pay. This would release the funds from the smart contract to Bob, and that would be the end of the story. But she's not happy with the quality of Bob's work. She then selects the contract with Bob and taps the Create Dispute button. Once more, paying the gas fee via MetaMask. Alice has to deposit an arbitration fee in ETH, which will be used to pay jurors that will adjudicate the dispute. And Bob will have to pay this fee as well. If one party fails to deposit the fee, it will be considered loser of the dispute. Bob now has a chance to tell his side of the story and adds any relevant evidence he feels would help his case when the time comes for jurors to arbitrate. Now the dispute is open. Both parties have paid the fee and the process moves forward into the juror selection process. Enter Kleros.im into your browser to find the juror test panel. This is what users who want to participate as jurors would see. The first thing for users is to be drawn as jurors for a dispute. In order to be selected, they need to deposit PNK or Pinocchio on the platform token into a relevant subcourt. Subcourts are courts that specialise in different types of dispute. If you're a website design expert, you may want to make some extra money by being a juror in a relevant website dispute resolution subcourt. The user deposits PNK in order to be selected as juror in that subcourt. Out of the pool of users who have deposited their PNK in the subcourt, Kleros will draw a small number. Now the juror has been drawn to adjudicate the dispute. In this screen, the juror has access to all his open disputes. He selects a dispute between Alice and Bob, and here he has access to the claim and the evidence. The juror analyses the evidence and makes a decision. In this case, the juror sides with Bob. Bob then receives payment, and jurors are rewarded for their efforts by gaining PNK for arbitrating the case. The case is then closed. To find out more about Kleros, see the links below in the info, and get involved in our discussion via the Telegram or Slack channels.